Hello, my good people. Okay, so I am back. Today is Friday. I am getting closer to my exam. Mm, 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 mm. Okay, guys. Happy Friday, wherever you are. I want to welcome you to my channel. Today is a beautiful Friday here in Oregon. I'm still pushing it. I'm doing much better. Life is good. Actually, life is so good. Business is moving well. Life is good. People are happy. Things are moving just fine. So if you are new to my channel, I want to welcome you in. Whoever's watching, I want you to just tell me who you are. You can do a thumbs up. You can say your name, and I would just be willing to give you a shout out. Thank you for tuning in. I just did some really good videos right now for YouTube, and you guys are gonna love. You guys are gonna love all the new content that's coming up. I swear, and I promise you, you're gonna love it. It's different. It's different content. I'm just trying to grow my channel in different ways, and also to be strategic in doing so, and ensuring that I'm giving the information as I see it. So let's see what's happening. So there are a couple of new developments. If you are new to my channel, tell me who you are, who's watching. I would like to know. I would like to know who's watching. Today is Friday. What are you guys up to today? I'm gonna be heading out very soon here, but I do have some great content coming up. I promise you this. I'm just trying to reorganize my channel a little bit. The same stuff in terms of topics, but how I deliver the information is going to be very different. So I look forward to that. Peace and blessings, my friend there from BAIO. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. Happy Friday, family. Um, are you heading back to Liberia anytime soon? Are you guys going in May? I think a lot of people are going from the BAIO channel. So are you heading back as well? I would like to know. So anyway, my video is about what today, if you guys are tuning in, there is a new law. A new law. Oh, December. Oh, December. Definitely. I look forward to seeing you guys and running into those who are heading there. I'm actually going to be heading back to Liberia in May. Moving things around here, but heading back to Liberia in May. So hopefully when I get back there again in December, I will see you guys there. But hey, there is a new law. Yes, that's good. That's good. So it's actually a great time to head back there. And then two, the COVID requests and requirements are going to be lifted um, starting May. So the whole COVID testing is not it's not a requirement as of May. So you don't have to get the COVID test. The only problem I have with that is that a lot of people are not looking to get vaccinated still. And so that's a requirement, and hopefully it does not hinder your visit to Liberia. But thanks for watching anyway. Anyway, so I do have, yes, I know, right? Crazy, right? 2 years. I hate to think it was a conspiracy, but hey, anyway, this is YouTube. um, I have a news over here. I have some news, and I have one news that is interesting. So for you guys who are buying properties in Liberia, this is actually for you. And or those who are looking to purchase in Liberia, this is also for you. So have you thought about buying a piece of land, to build on it, a house, some commercial business, whatever it is? Have you really thought about it? And have you asked yourself, like, what am I actually intending to do on there? Or perhaps did you buy land that you still have not done anything to on? Perhaps this is for you. Breaking news. Breaking news. Effective next month, May 2022, you are going to be required to build on your piece of property within a 3 years time frame. So the question is, what happens if I don't build on my land within the 3 year time frame? They're going to take the land from you. Okay, they're going to take the land from you. So I advise you now, if you purchased land before, please try to do something on your property. Because obviously, like I said, if you purchase a land and you have not done anything on it within 3 years, the government is going to take that land from you. This is the new rule. This is the news I have. This is the breaking news I have for all of you. If you're new here right now, tuning in right now to this channel, I have news for you. If you purchase a piece of property or thinking about purchasing a piece of property in Liberia, just understand that after 3 years, the government will take it from you. Okay? So if you bought it years ago and you still have not done anything on there, the government will still take it from you. Okay? So within 3 years' time, they're going to take the land from you. So that's the news. So you're wondering, like, okay, there might be some loopholes. Well, yes, as with everything, there is. So if the government take the land away from you and I, Emma, wants to buy your land, the government is going to give it to me. Okay? The government is going to give it to me and the government will relocate you. If you're lucky, they will relocate you somewhere else. It could be in the middle of the forest. It could be in the middle of a village. It could be in the middle of water. Wherever it is, you are still going to get relocated. So I don't want you to be left behind. I don't want your property to be taken away from you. So please, within 3 years, you can build something. Okay? What is sustainable something to build that you can put like a 5 feet fence? That is easy. I'm being animated like Donald Trump. You can put like a 5 feet fence on your land, and that will be something substantial. Now, you decide you don't want to do that, the government will take your land from you in three years time. Okay, I just needed to take that to let you guys know. um there are more news coming out of the place, but I think this is one that a lot of you guys need to know, because you go to the airport, the moment you land, okay, at Roberts International Airport, and you just see so much greenery. There's nothing wrong with greenery. You can have greens all over the place, but it's a commercial space, so you should see like restaurants, you should see offices, you should see buildings, you should see movement. Okay, but you guys, you purchase land by the office, by the office, by the airport. You purchase land by the airport and you let it sit for 10 years. I don't understand. So when the government come and take your land from you, you deserve it. Okay. And so I wanted to get that out there. What else? There's another news that I wanted to deliver. This is thanks, my friend, for watching. There's something else. There's something else. I wrote it down today. Something else coming out. Coming out. Coming out. Okay. So a lot of you have concerns about the park that was recently built for $2 million. Okay. And your concern is people are going to try to monetize the park. The truth of the matter is that park that was recently constructed, of course. What do you think? What do you think? People need jobs, people need money, people need food, people need this, that. Why do you think a park is being prioritized? It's because it's going to be monetized. You see that? Like I need to do a rap song or something. Um, so yes, if your question is, Emma, because I got some messages regarding this thing. If your question was the park a priority to spend such money for that park? I don't know what to say, but I have to let you know that park may be monetized, and before anyone go there, you will have to pay. That is just simple. That is just simple. And so that is the reason why you might say, well, people are tired, people are hungry, and then there's a park. Well, that is the reason there's a park. Okay? So some of these things you just gotta ask yourself, and you just gotta keep it moving and do what you can, what you can do in terms of developing, and how you can help whatever it is. Because if you really, really pay attention to like the political atmosphere and everything that's going on, how money is spent, all this stuff, you're gonna give yourself a headache. You don't want to do that. Anyway, I think I've given you the breaking news already today. Anything else, you guys? What's going on, y'all? Let's just stress today. Let's just de-stress. And today's Friday. I'm gonna be leaving. I'm gonna be heading to dinner relatively soon. Um, what's going on with you guys? I would like to know. I would like to know. Don't be boring. I need some interaction today. I've been working a lot, and I just need to like clear my hair a little bit in terms of this space. This space is safe because I can come and spit some details. I can be funny on here, and then I go back to my seriousness and all that good stuff. So I want to know what are you guys up to today? What are you doing on Friday? The Friday night. Are you going out? Are you gonna have a mocktail? Are you gonna have a cocktail? Are you going dancing? Are you going to the hill club? Are you going what are you up to? What are you up to? Tell me. If you're watching, whoever's watching, tell me. Tell me. I know a lot of you guys watch this stuff when I after I post it. So either way, or if you're on this live right now, you can just tell me what you're up to today. My buddy is traveling. My YouTube buddy Stefan is traveling, so he's not gonna be here. I'm in the night. Oh, okay. Oh, where are you located, by the way? Um, I am out here in Oregon, Portland, Oregon, and it surprisingly it is a beautiful day out here in Oregon. So, but anyway, what are you guys up to? I would like to know. I've already given the breaking news. If you are new to this channel today, I've already. Oh, Maryland. Oh, okay. So, is it like 7? Yeah, it's 7. It's 7 over there. Thank you for watching my channel. I've already given you guys. Okay, family time. Okay, that's cool. Family time is always nice, man. Friday night family time is always good. Yeah. What else are you guys up to? I'm gonna meet up with some friends. We're gonna have dinner. I'm not drinking right now, obviously. Um. Oh, hi, Jefferson. Thanks for watching the channel. Obviously, I'm not. I'm trying to be on a alcohol diet. No alcohol for now. Um. So are you real? What the hell? I am in Oregon, yeah. I am in Oregon, Northwest Oregon, yo. You know, I'm trying to be a rapper here, guys. Don't mind me. Excuse me, sis. We have to meet while you're. Yeah, I'm here. Peace and blessings, family. Peace and blessings. Thank you all for tuning in and watching this channel. I delivered breaking news. But before any of that, peace to everyone. Peace, my friend. You're such a support system on this channel and always watching my channel, supporting the content here. So I appreciate it. I appreciate it. So we're talking about what are you guys up to today? What's happening? What are people up to today? Today is Friday. Some people are staying in with their family. I live out here in Oregon, and I just realized somebody's in Oregon. It's so funny that I haven't really met a lot of my people here, man. The weather doesn't really permit, so I don't really go out as much. But tonight we're just gonna go out to have a dinner and grab some cocktails, mocktails. I don't know. I don't know. I told somebody recently. I said, look, man, if if I was being so combative on this channel, or like I was like saying things derogatory things, trust me, this video would like go like wildfire. Um, if I was like invited into some type of drama, the videos I make here would like definitely spread. I promise you. But I don't have time for that. So I do these things because people are really benefiting from them, and a lot of people tell me, "Hey, your videos are helping." So that's really why. But anyway, what are you guys doing today on Friday night? Friday night. The breaking news, okay? Since I'm a newscaster now, so that's my new job. Okay, so breaking news. If you missed the news, in Liberia, effective May. Yeah, I need drama. I need somebody help me with drama. Okay. um, no, I'm okay. I think what I'm doing here is benefiting people, and people are benefiting from it. So it's okay. Yeah, we need to connect. Honestly, we definitely need to connect. please share your email here. Whatever you're comfortable sharing here, and then we can connect definitely. Um, but yeah, people are so in tune with negativity, and that things are of benefit don't really, maybe I should do more lifestyle, go on vacation and do all kinds of weird things and be dramatic. No, I'm good. But anyway, so the breaking news. The breaking news is, as of May 2022. Peace, family, Michael. As of May 2022, if you have purchased land in Liberia many years ago, your land. Are you on TikTok? Oh, God, you know what? I'm not really engaged too much on these social platforms. I have Instagram, very private Instagram, but I'm heavily on that one. But TikTok, I am on TikTok. My name on there is Zawadi. I have videos of traveling and just eating because I love to eat, of myself. Just a video of myself, just jamming to my song. Um, but I'm not very interactive, and a lot of people think I should. But anyway, I will eventually. So anyway, so the breaking news is that if you have purchased a piece of property in Liberia, 3 years, effective May 2022, 3 years after that, the government will take your land away from you. Okay, that's a breaking news. This bill is not out yet, but hey, I just get my information and I trust my source. All right. So, after 3 years, they will take the land from you. You're probably wondering, is this really going to benefit the government? Because if the government take your land from you and sell it to party B, they could charge party B an interest rate or a higher price than party A paid for it. So the government then will benefit from this land purchase. I did ask those questions too. Like, oh, okay, so you're trying to benefit. All right. No, the truth is, if they take your land from you, the owner, whoever sold you that land, can sell it. There you go. There you go. There you go. I'll come back to that. That's a very valid point. And I've seen this. I have been on platform where, like, I've been, look, I do workout videos, okay? I do workout videos, and I specifically only put those videos on my Instagram and on my Facebook story. If I tell you I get so many views from those videos, you would think I'm lying. It's crazy. It's so crazy. And somebody says, you need to do a workout YouTube video. No, I don't want to display myself doing workout videos to everyone. This is for my Instagram and my Facebook. People love those kind of stuff. And people love drama too. Okay, let me finish my story. So, the government takes away your land, the land sellers sell it to party B, then the government gonna relocate you to somewhere else. So it could be in the middle of some type of village, okay? It could be in the middle of behind God's back, whatever, you're gonna get relocated. So I think that the lesson in all of this is that do not. Oh, you're late to class. Hey girl, hey. This girl, she's amazing. She recommended a couple of people to my business, and so thank you. Welcome to the channel. So yeah, I'm talking about this breaking news out of Liberia. You purchase a piece of property, and after 3 years, if you don't develop it as of May, the government will take your land from you. Okay, the government will take a land from you. Um, do I support this bill? Yes, I do. Um, some people, yeah, yeah, definitely. Some people who actually work with the land authority actually are sitting on properties that they purchased 7 years ago, and they have no development. So this bill needs to be reinforced so that people can stop sitting on land, okay, and build on those properties to make sure Liberia is beautified. Because when you leave, when you hit Roberts International Airport, you will see a lot of trees. It's so green and so lush. It's so pretty. But that's not what is intended. That's not how an airport is supposed to look. Okay? You are supposed to build commercial spaces, all right? Businesses need to be moving around the airport. But the problem with this is people are sitting on land. Are you babysitting land? What they need to do is strengthen land ownership. Definitely, they're coming to that in that bill. There are things within that bill that will address this. They've been traveling to places like Lofa County, Grand Gded, and other areas like Maryland to really do some thorough training. They've been having meetings. They've been trying to really get some things in place because this is causing problems. It's causing uh deaths. It's causing like commotions among people. It's causing people to make threats. It just is causing a lot of issues. Therefore, it's important that they really enforce this stuff. And that's my question I was asking over and over. Who is going to enforce this? And secondly, if I bribe somebody, are they still going to enforce it? These are the questions I was asking. But honestly, I like this bill. I like this bill, and I think they need to make example out of the people who work there and they have their land for 7 years. They've had the land for 7 years. That's the only way. If you make example out of those who work there, then the others are going to follow. But if you're doing this, if you are the problem and you're trying to tell me to, you're going to take my land away, it doesn't make sense. So you have to set an example first before you have to set an example first before you go telling other people you're going to take the land away from them. Okay, so when I got my new tour, I asked, I said, oh, so what are you going to do about that land you bought 4 years ago, huh? Oh yeah, that's they're talking to, they're talking about us. I said, yeah, of course they're talking about you, honey. They're talking about you. You need to go and build on your land, or you need to sell it to me. But anyway, so she was like, yeah, you're right. But she needs to set an example. So I like the bill. I want it to be enforced. 3 years, you don't do anything on your land, the government will take it from you. They do the same thing in Nigeria. Okay, they do this in Nigeria. If you want to read on Nigeria, you know that if you buy a piece of land in Nigeria and don't develop it, they will take it from you. And that's why I like this law in Liberia. So anyway, let's pause for a second. This new law. Let's pause for a second. Tell me how you guys are doing on this beautiful Friday. Um, top. Okay, let's see. Let me read some of these comments first. Okay. Thanks for tuning in, girl. All right. Drama. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's still hard to cultivate drama on my channel here. Are you on TikTok? Nope. Leave the girl. Let her answer my question. Okay, because drama is more entertaining to the majority. You want to discuss preparing the future of our people. All the work become early, sleepy. That's true. They want to force development. Yeah, I mean, that's partially why I agree with that. Welcome to the class. A waste of human resources. Yeah, my friend. I literally stopped doing videos. It's saturated with down news, celebrity worship, and flat out BS. Like this news that's going around, I really don't want to give much attention to it. This whole Rihanna thing have taken over the internet, and people just love negativity. But part of our brain is really designed to be filled with negativity. Honestly, if the human anatomy, it works that way. The first thing we think of is negative news. So when, for example, if you have a friend visiting your house and your friend leaves your house, right? The first thing your friend says, okay, I'm going to text you when I reach home. Let's say your friend fell asleep. Your friend didn't text you nor called you. The first thing that get into your brain, oh my God, something may have happened to my friend. So our bodies and our brain is naturally inclined to like negative news, negativity. But now you can actually train your brain to instill some positivity in your life. You just think like, oh my goodness, I don't need too much of all this negative. I don't need to keep thinking negative. I don't need all the negative stuff. And then you move to top positive. But besides the point. Let's see. Okay, so let's see. What I need to do is strengthen land ownership laws. Yes, there's a lot of holes in this stuff. A lot of people are fighting, specifically that Marshall area. I have a client who called me yesterday from Norway, and she said, Emma, ever since this is an older lady, this lady is probably in her 60s, okay? This lady is probably in her 60s. She said, I was not even born. My parents were not even thinking about having me, okay? That's like very old. So this lady told me, she said, Emma, ever since I was a little girl, Marshall has always had problems. There have always been problems in Marshall. So why are people still trying to buy properties in this place? It's just a little puzzling to me. But then the thing is, if they had stricter land ownership laws, these things probably wouldn't be happening. But because people are not really, really paying attention to these things, we continue to have issues in a place like Marshall, which I tell people every day, please don't buy properties in Marshall because it's a waste of your time. You're going to keep yourself in court. You're going to keep fighting your brothers and sisters. And there are specific people in Marshall, I'm going to call names right now, that you need to avoid when you're buying land. The lady said, since I was a little girl, and I know these people too because people have already complained to me about them. Her name is Lawrence. Okay? If you allow Lawrence to sell land to you, you will be in court. That guy is a criminal. Okay? So don't waste your time in Marshall. There are a lot of other places much better than Marshall, even. Um, but anyway, yeah, so we do need reforms. We need the laws to be revisited. Um, thank you. I've said it, I've said it on my channel. I try to be nice on this channel by giving you guys all the right information, giving you guys details, like things to avoid, things to do. Trust me, I see them. That's why I give it to you guys on this channel. But for some reason, every single day I get a request, can I get a land in Marshall? I'm like, oh my God, are these people not listening? Like, why are you asking me for something I told you don't go and buy there? Like, do you want me to lie to you to take your money and then lie to you? No, that's not my integrity right there. It's not gonna be a part of me. But stop asking me about Marshall. There is no land in Marshall that is legit. Okay. Let's see. And excellent point. Thank you. Putting watch when like thank you. Hit the like button. This if you do hit the like button, people are gonna see this video. People are gonna find this video, and it's all good. Quality over quantity. Hello, sweetheart. We're following your video a lot, but you are never lucky to see you on live. Oh, today you're here, and I really appreciate it. We outside. Yeah, I'm about to go outside too. I'm about to go outside. I get it though. Today's Friday. Friday evening, people like to be out. I'm about to go have mocktails, not cocktails. Ha, boring. All right, I'm the man who wants to bring flight training and create aviation career alternatives. Okay, so is that something that is within your short-term plan or something you're looking into for the immediate period now? Like what are you doing right now towards it? I mean, I think it would be great. Um, you indicated periods that Marsha is not a good place to buy land. Yeah, I've said it many, many times, but people just continue to do the wrong thing. Anyway, share the like, comment where applicable. So the other thing is, I've already given you the breaking news, okay? The breaking news, if you missed this breaking news, 3 years of land ownership, they're going to take it from you. All right, that's the breaking news. The other thing that is circulating Liberia now is this conversation about a park. Okay, a park allegedly, right, was built for $2 million. Okay, and so people are having conversations about the need for the park. Is it even a necessity, or is it for formality, or is it for people to monetize? My true opinion, okay, this is just my opinion, I'm going to smoke it, is that it's all for monetization. Okay, our people are hungry. They're in dire need of jobs, of the basic necessities. A park, in my own opinion, okay, okay, yes, the Invincible Park, which people from different places went to open this place. Well, I tell myself maybe it's recreation purposes. Kids are gonna play. You will always have somewhere to go. I will only be in support of this idea only if it was open to the public. Do you see my problem there? Only if the park is open to the public, people can go and utilize the park. But here's the thing, it's not, okay? It's going to be monetized for the 2-3%. So how does one benefit? People say, well, Emma is bringing employment. How many people are you going to employ at a park? Even in America here, where they collect taxes, all this stuff. How many people do you see at a park? How many people do you see working at parks? Huh? It's to be monetized. It's to charge people to go into that park. Mm. But how many people are actually going to be able to, how many of our people will actually be able to, thanks, my friend. How many of our brothers and sisters, our little daughters and sons, are going to have money to go to this park? The the 2% of the people who are floating with money will go to the park. But what does it bring to us as a country? That $2 million could have gone to a different sector. Uh, you know, Department of Education, healthcare, agriculture, which is very vital to our GDP. That I should have gone there. So I want to hear from you guys. What do you think about this park, huh? Do you think the park is a necessity? Do you think that is beneficial to the future of our Liberian youth? I would like to know. I would like to know. These are some of the things that I talk about all the time. Let's see. I can build a public pool. Yeah, exactly. A park is not a priority in Liberia at this time. I definitely agree. Of course, there are more pressing real estate issues than a park won't fix. Exactly, exactly. And the location where that park is, you know what? I 100% agree with you. But the location that park is, I drove I drove over there for one research data gathering purposes, and also for because I was heading to Mamba Point. So I was heading to Mamba Point, and then I looked at the park and I was like, well, what is this? People, there's a park. And then right across that, there's the beach, okay? You have this beautiful park, and please, beautiful park across from the beach, a beach that looks so pretty with sunset, but very dirty. Okay, very dirty, which then thus reduces the attractiveness of the park. Why aren't you focused on cleaning this beach? Okay, putting people to work to clean now. So let's putting people to work to clean this beach that is across from the park that will be monetized. Why aren't you doing that? Why aren't you doing that? And so, there will be some people who say, MI is good for Liberia, it's good for the children. That's your opinion. Respectfully disagree. That is not beneficial to the children, nor to whoever you claim to will be working there. Because to be quite honest with you, as somebody mentioned here, we don't maintain. That's the reason why you see buildings are still like the paint script of like 1944. Um, Yeah, maintenance will always be a problem because we don't even prioritize maintenance. You look, okay, let me give you an example. I want to have a meeting at the ministerial complex. This was recently built, okay? But I went over there, I was just like, are you serious? The yard is not being maintained. The paint is already fading. So this park that you're gonna have, maybe in the next 2 months, you're gonna have issue with their bathrooms. I mean, come on, let's be realistic, okay? We have other issue that needs to be fixed. It's that you have a wound, right? And then you're putting a band-aid on your wound. I don't understand. I don't understand. It's never gonna be healed regardless of how many band-aids you put on there. You have to get to the root of the wound. You have to treat it before you can put a band-aid on it. Okay? But we are covering things. We are covering things and thinking that, oh, it's going to help solve the problem. Just recently, people talk about waste management being an issue. That news died. Everyone like that negative stuff. If the negative stuff died, my mom always say, give a news 3 months, it'll be dead. But it hasn't even been 3 months. It's actually dead. You're going to have this park and people, it's going to be dead in 2 weeks. And people are going to charge and maintenance is going to continue to be an issue. What are we doing? What are we really doing? Huh? What are we doing? A couple of months ago, I read that a Polish firm was going to take over waste management in Liberia. Uh, I'll come to that in a little bit. I'll come to that in a little bit. A Polish firm was taking over waste collection mainly in the radius of Monterey County, just partially towards Upper Mangiwi, because Lower Mangiwi covers Farmington, Habell, parts of Marshall, all those areas. So the firm will to take over waste management, and and I'm thinking to myself, you're going to be spending 6 million, 8 million for something that you could actually train your folks to do. A little troubling, but also told myself that these things are just formality and it's not going to happen. So why would I give myself a headache? Okay. But we continue to have these problems. All right. We continue to have these problems and just trying to cover it up with nonsense, with parks, with all kinds of other nonsense. And that's it. It does not help. It does not help. Um, so yes, I would like to hear from you guys. What do you think about this park? Let me go to this. Let me go to this comment. Okay, so okay, I think that park was not necessarily a waste of taxpayer money. Half of the oops, half of the country, or is in darkness. That money could have gone to electricity and or better invest into something better. I have a my dad has a friend at the airport. He's in he's in a mid management position. And I had a conversation with him about this. Um, can you imagine? Can you imagine? They are looking for donors to give over $100 million for this electricity issue. I asked myself though, I was like, with everything going on in Russia and Ukraine, do you really think donors are gonna give you 100 million? Go sit down. Go sit down. Nobody's going to. So that means what? You're not gonna have solution to your problem. All right. The issue there, you have this issue. This is not a new issue. Electricity airport, not a new issue. It's more visible because people want to talk about it, but it's not a new issue. This is a very old issue, okay? Very old issue. So the $2 million could have been allocated to that, okay? To that, but it wasn't. And you are looking for 100 million for to kind of the blue sky from donors. No, it's not gonna happen, and you're gonna be stuck. So my people, so you guys tell me, what is the solution? What is the solution? What is the solution? Let's see here. Da, da, da. What is the basis of taking your land? Okay, so per what I know, okay, lack of development. Um, why a person would purchase a piece of property, okay, and then sit on it for many years. I went back and forth and had this argument with somebody within, and I said, okay, I personally agree to it. Um, if you cannot build on it, why buy it? And I'm not talking about immediate uh, construction on it, but why sit on a property for 10 years that you cannot develop? I mean, logically, does that make sense? Does that even make sense logically? So if you have, oh God, these things always dying. If you purchase a piece of property for 10 years, 7 years, or 5 years, or 3 years, whatever, and you decide not to develop it, yeah, they should take it from you and give it to somebody who actually wants to develop. I honestly believe in this, and I think a lot of people and I are going to disagree, and that's okay too. I respect your, opinion. They should take it from you, because what is it? I have talked to people who over there say, this lady says, don't this lady says, Emma, I bought my land 11 years ago. Okay, you bought your land 11 years ago, and what are you doing on your land that you bought 11 years ago? Oh, I don't have money. Oh, so you bought a land that you don't have money to develop for 11 years. The government should take it from you. So this is, these are the reasons people will be really, some of these things that I've stated would be the reason people um, lands will be taken away from them, and I support that. My thing is, it shouldn't just be beneficial to those who are taking it. It should be adhered to that. The next person will actually develop, and then there must be a plan, because obviously, like I said, this whole law thing had some loopholes, and it needs to be addressed. Okay, I'm not just saying, oh, take people land from them, and then you go sell it to your sister because you're government official. No, 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 no. Take people land and sell it to whoever actually have a plan to develop and follow up on it. This is how you do it. So anyway, that's just the land issue. The next thing is, we have to educate our children away from religious indoctrination. What do you mean? I mean, what do you mean in a sense of, in reference to what? In reference to what the funds need to be allocated? I don't know if that was completely off tangent, but I would like to know. Hello, family. Um, I agree with taking private land. Hey, again, I respect your opinion. Taking private land and selling it to those who want to develop, I agree with. Because obviously, like, so okay, so I guess the question is, are you in favor of people buying land and keeping it for 10 years and doing no development on it? I would like to know. I really want to know, though, because I want to know what people are thinking. If you buy land for 10 years, 5 years, 20 years, and you just let it sit, do you think that's good? And please, no correct answer, no wrong answer. I'm just doing my little poll here. So tell me, isn't that a good thing? A bad thing? Indifferent? Whatever. Just give your opinion. I would like to smoke it too. Yeah, it depends on the motive of keeping the land. So for 10 years, a person decide, well, potentially I will. Okay, so maybe like you're talking about resale. If if it is for resale, that's to each their own. But if it's for you to say, okay, I'm going to develop it later on, I don't understand. To keep it there. So how do we expect development though? How do we really expect development in the country? How do we expect businesses to be here? How do we expect movement if we just want to sit on these properties? Okay, let's see. What if you have other development ongoing and not ready for land yet? Because there are a lot of people who carry on other developments, so the government took into that before taking people land. There are things, like I said, this bill does have a lot of loopholes, um, but if say you have maybe you have like four properties and you're building on one of them, for example, two of them, for example, whatever, obviously you can present. Okay, when that time comes to you, you can present what it is you're doing. But what I'm saying is, people just buy, and don't want to do anything on the land, and they just sit. Why must a person sit on the land for 11 years? No, I'm sorry. I'm still just trying to really have this registered to me. You know. Um, let's see. Oh God, I figured this thing out last time. How to put my email here? How to put my email here? No, no. Okay. Oh wait, that was okay. I see. That was something else. You know what? My email is Zawadi, like ZAWADIEM 21 @gmail.com. I don't see I'm honestly, when I was told about this, I read a little bit and I was like, okay, I'll need some time to process, because for me, when I hear these kind of things, I just take some time to really gather my information to kind of make a form decision about it. The first thing I asked was like, what are the loopholes? Well, would this heavily only benefit. I'm on Instagram. Yeah, it's very, very private because I have some pictures. I don't want a lot of people to see. So, so is it beneficial to just those that are in power, in authority, trying to take this land, or is it really for development purposes, right? So I really look into it, and I honestly agree that yes, if you don't have any plan, my other thing is, if the person does not have a plan of action, because you could have kept a land for 11 years, okay, year 2023, I may have the funds, or perhaps I'm going to sell a piece to someone else. Then you have a plan. But the way you have a land and you just sit on it for a decade, I don't see anything. I don't see any reason. I don't see any reason for that. Okay. For me, I don't see a wise decision to just buy and keep things. How is Liberia? I'm not in Liberia at the moment. I will be heading back in, what is today? The 15th? I'll be heading back in over 3 weeks. Um, let's see. But it's better to invest in the place where development has started and you can go and make profit, that you can buy when the other area starts developing. And then some people will tell you, well, what if the price go up? Well, why don't you develop and make money of what you have? What you have? What you make? What you make money of what you have? Um, people are just, I don't know. I just don't agree to this part. Um, Thank you so much for watching my channel. But you already made a profit. You already made profit, from something, right? Um, yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't know. It's a very sticky discussion to have. As long they know what they're doing in this bill, as long a lot of things are answered and addressed, um, it's a great idea to invest. I don't believe saving money in the bank, a digital currency. I don't believe saving money in the bank. I think that people should really invest in other assets. Um, But at the same time, when it comes to this whole development thing, why are you keeping land? I mean, it's still puzzling to me. I'm so puzzled. I'm so puzzled. And especially the ones, I know somebody who owns 6 pieces of land. Not even one fence is on it. One fence is on it. You tell me. Do you think that's good? Do you think that's good? I don't think so. Um, Very useless. 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 I don't know. I just this for this one I don't understand. And partially because I've been getting emails. Oh, Emma, I'm going through land problems in Marshall. I would say Marshall. I'm going through land issues in Marshall. I was building my house. It's almost to roof level, and somebody else came and said the land for them. I'm like, oh, the land for them. Breaking news. It's not a news. It's old story. This stuff been happening since that one lady was very young. She's 67 years old, 60 something years old. So this problem is nothing new, and people think that it will sit on it. Another thing is, people are sitting on these properties, and then when another person buy it and develop it, then they relocate them, then they start crying. I don't know. I think that's ridiculous. How can you see the airport surroundings beautified if you're not developing the land, and you're keeping it right? Like somebody said, you can keep it and it appreciating value. Land does not depreciate. I think everybody knows this fact. The moment you even put another thing on there, the value does increase. Do you also not understand that part? What I observe in Liberia as somebody who sold land to over 30 some more people in Liberia, the moment a virgin area, a place that is no building, so on and so forth, the moment somebody sees another person building, the value increases for that property. You can read it. You can go look it up. Land is not a car that when you drop off a lot, it depreciates. No, land value always appreciates, okay? You have a piece of property, you develop it, the value goes up. I don't need to keep saying this thing to people, okay? But why? Why are we doing that? I recently, I was 2 weeks ago, somebody sent me a house in Ghana. It's a 6-bedroom house, 3 down, 3 up, a very nice yard, and it's on one lot. And they wanted me to purchase the house for $66,000. Mind you, this place is in the bush, okay? It is. But the reason why the value of that place increased literally since last year. I know this area. If you guys are familiar with Ghana, Eburi is literally 30 minutes or 2 hours from Accra. The same in the house, as I have been trying to really increase my investment in that region or in that country. The same in the house. And the first thing this place is far. The person who sent me the house, oh, the place is far. I said, oh, okay. Is it you who's gonna invest in the place? The place is far, but that place has been developing over time, increasing value for the property. That house was never that value was never 66,000 2 years ago. But the moment people started to build around there, everything value increased. That's why that house became $66,000. Mind you, it's in Ghana. Maybe that house was even built for half of that price. Ghana things are a little cheaper. But each time you decide to break ground on your land, you've already increased your property value. Why do you think people build next to quote-unquote decent areas? Because the value of that place will increase. This is common sense. Why do you think real estate markets is hot in Miami, or places like Los Angeles, or places like New York? Location. And how do you increase value? Location of a place? What is there? So you have your bush, your land as just all grass. Who cares? You don't even assign value to it because there's nothing that is attractive on it. So I think that's the missing piece here. Thinking that you sit on a piece of land and it will increase in value, you are actually making a value of your land to be stagnant in some sense. Versus if you were to put something on there and get other people to see, oh, okay, people are building over there. Oh, let me start my project. Then the whole place starts to look better. You increase your value. Okay. There's a section of Roberts Free Highway. I was the first person to start building in that bush. Okay, when I started building them, my supervisor at the time was a Ghanaian guy who I took from Ghana to go and supervise my project. He told me, he said, oh, these Liberian guys are coming here. They're telling me, oh, madam. They said, oh, madam. He says, madam, they said, oh, nobody's going to move in this bush until 10 years later. I said, you just leave them. Don't worry. 10 years later, I don't even care. The moment my house went to a little bit of roof level, oh, people started coming. Oh, somebody about to move here. One lady pour a house down. Bang. The next lady from New Jersey, bang, pour a house down. Everybody started putting houses down because they wanted to see one person start the trend. Let me tell you, my location is great. My value has increased. Let me just tell you right now. But if I had that land just sitting, for, and the man said we're gonna be 10 years, 5 to 10 years before development could come over there, I just laugh. Now when you go over there, people are just building a wildfire, But somebody needed to start something. And I told them, I said, look, even if it takes me 10 years for people to come over here, I'm still going to build at the end of the day. It's so funny when I went back home recently, I went to his house. I was like, oh, so can you go to my land over there and see how long it's been now since you said what's going to be 10 years that this place are going to develop? And I know people can change. Oh, people can change now. People can change now. You need to assign value to your property instead of just having it sit. So for those who say, why people keep their land for purposes, in the future to sell it, I get that, but you're still not increasing your value and you're still not helping with development. That's what we need. We don't need everyone to be like so packed up in Monrovia and just suffocating themselves in that little place. When people can build outside of that territory, you will see movement. You will see more mobility in other areas. You will see, when you go in the interior part of the country, you will say, oh my God, Liberia is clean. Let me just tell you right now, if you travel outside of Monrovia, you will probably think Liberia is so clean. Because outside of that Monrovia, and you go other places, it's cleaner. The air, it smells better. Because we are stuck in Montserrat County and we are sitting on land in Mangibi, Bon County, Lofa County, Grand Coup County, River G. We are sitting on these properties. So how do you expect movement? We don't have a decent place to stay in those areas. Vehicles are not moving. Transportation, which is a priority in that country. People are not having access to them. Why would I move? No electricity because people are like, oh, I don't want to leave a place where LEC is very unstable. LEC and Liberian have toxic relationship. I call it very toxic relationship. 1 minute LEC comes, happy. The next minute LEC go, oh my God, I hate this place. It's so dark. Why do you think that's okay? Why must you keep putting yourself in that when you can go to Nimba County and get 90% of your electricity? Huh? Well, because you are stuck. You are sitting on land and you don't want to develop. You are sitting up to a place where you can have solar panels, but you don't even want to care to invest in it. And so therefore, your toxic problem with LEC will continue to exist. But my point here is, when we sit on these properties and not do much with them, we are putting the country behind.
I think that's just my point here. We are putting the country behind because these places are supposed to be occupied with commercial buildings, residential buildings, whatever it is. You shouldn't go to the airport and just see grass. You should see trees. No, no. Other airports are not like that. I love greenery. Don't mind me. I love to see. Oh, the shoe is so green. But no, I also want to see. Is it a restaurant I could go to there? Is it a shop that I can go to? Is it a grocery store that I can go to increase competition? How do you sit through so much in the land for 10 years? I digress. Anyway, this Friday. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I mean it's funny, right? Yeah, it's actually troubling. It's troubling. Um, it's troubling because people just continue to do the same thing over and over. I'm gonna be land police when I go to library in 3 weeks. Um, typically when I go to library, I go to certain communities where I personally have properties there in a building. I'm like, man, who own these lands around here? I want to talk to them. I police one guy in New Jersey. He was like, oh my god, what's wrong with you? I was like, yeah, dude, we need to fix the road. And now he's on board. He's like, yeah, we need to find the rest of the other people. I said, yeah, you need to go back home and find the rest of the other people because I'm tired. I'm tired. Why are you gonna have a land just let it sit? Huh? Let it sit. It's not cool, man. It's not cool. So if the government take a land from you, it's breaking news. It's your fault. It's your fault. So anyway, what are you guys doing this Friday? What are you guys up to this Friday? What do you guys want to see more of when I go to Liberia? Because I will be heading back home in 3 weeks. God's willing. My uncle's having his wedding there. I told my uncle not to get married. He is going to get married there. So that's my point. So I have to go support him. I have to go support him there, and then I have to do business. I have to do all kinds of other things. Try to get some things moving. Try to scale the farm. To get that farm to 10,000 birds, it's not an easy task. So my people, it's not an easy task to get that farm to 10,000 birds. I have to go there. I think a lot of you guys might see me on farm. Might see me on farm working. So anyway, so that is coming up too. Any other thing that you want to talk about? What do you guys want to see more of when I head back home? I know people love when I say we move. Only when I'm in Liberia I do that a lot. We move, but yeah. Tell me where would you like to? What do you want to see when I go home? Surprisingly though, many people benefited from my videos. The ones I made when I was in Marshall. People call me like, Zawadi, you are literally on my land. I was like, oh, I was in your land? They're like, yeah, I'm going through a dispute right now. Somebody, that's my land right there. I'm like, oh, shoot. I shouldn't have gone in your land. But like people are watching my videos and like, oh my god, that land that girl was on, that's my land. And she said she went there for somebody else. And now people are calling me like, I'm asking myself, why did I even go on that land? People keep having issues, but my channel is benefiting you guys anyway. So what would you like to see more of? Okay, let's make this interactive before I can head out to go eat. Let's make this a little bit interactive. What would you guys like to see? Don't be quiet. Don't be boring. Don't be boring. Hey, this is my little space when I've done working. I've been my endless meetings. I come on here and then let's see. See you next. Oh, okay. Nice hanging out with you. See you next. See you when next you share your content. Yeah, I appreciate it. Greed sometimes make us to take decisions that we think we are smart, not knowing we are foolish. I think it's in reference to the land ownership and casting a friend that would not be beneficial. Yeah, definitely. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about on here while I'm still here? Thank you guys for sharing my videos as always. We're gonna grow this channel, okay? We're gonna grow this channel. I'm gonna get more people to be more aware of what's happening and how they can can contribute to what is happening. So anyway, you're gonna be on my channel and not say anything? Come on, guys, don't be boring. Don't be boring. I do have an interview coming up soon. Well, on Sunday, this girl, Angie, I'll talk about it very briefly. She is a Liberian girl, and she is a nurse right now. But she, for a few times she failed the exam, and of course I did ask for permission to talk about it. So don't think I'm going outside of my boundaries. She didn't pass her NCLEX, whatever. Oh God, let me see. Huh? To think. I did NCLEX, but let's see. The thing I used to require nurses as an administrator to get it. That's what happened when you decide to go to entrepreneurship. You don't remember things. NCLEX, I think. Yep, NCLEX. So she didn't pass it a few times, and then she finally passed, and now she is a nurse, young girl. I think the conclusion or the takeaway from the story here, this brief information I provided to you, is that she didn't give up. She knew at one point she would still become a nurse, and so she needed to keep fighting and keep going and trying again, and eventually now she is a nurse. You know. Okay, Liz, are you like more on development, like what is happening in the country, like maybe infrastructures, business development, sectors that are probably invisible, and that are not very visible. So you would like to see more on that, right? Like development, yeah, what's really happening? Okay, I will focus on that, especially since I'm looking to go outside of Monrovia a little bit more, Montserrado County, to go in other areas of the country that we otherwise don't really focus our attention. So I will do that definitely. It's on my agenda actually, to do that, to find development in areas that we don't really see. Okay, that's good. What other thing that you guys would like to see on this channel? Not the ones that want me to do workout videos. On this channel, what you guys like? What do you guys wanna see when I'm back home in 3 weeks? Okay, guys. Anything else? Trust me, I'm still waiting for 6 o'clock before I can head out for dinner and mocktails. Not cocktails. I'm not drinking alcohol right now. I'm on a diet. I do miss wine though. How do you find good employment for a farm? Oh, employees for a farm. No, this is actually on topic. So a farming business, as I've said on this channel, is a very good business to engage. One, because our population, Africa, outside of Africa, we are increasing, and the more people we have, the more we are to be hungry and needing food. And part of increasing a country's GDP is what the country is able to produce. In this case, agriculture becomes very vital to that GDP, gross domestic product. In Liberia, it's very low because we're not really producing. So the agriculture sector is where I have been advising a lot of you to focus on, because of the many benefits it brings to the country itself overall, and it provides employment for people. Surprisingly, this is one sector that more employees are available to work. I always advise people. So this is actually very personal, so I'm going to sit in and be very serious about it. If you are looking to hire people within the agriculture sector on your farm, you need to look within the area you have your farm. Logistic reasons, of course, you need to also take that into consideration. So if your farm is in Grand Bassa County, for example, you want to go within the community of Grand Bassa County. um, Buchanan, maybe Adina, maybe wherever your farm may be. You want to go within those areas, okay, and try to recruit. Oftentimes, your question isn't technical. Your question is just basic information gathering. Have you farmed before? Do you work? Do you sell? Do you plant? Are you familiar with crops? That's what you're looking for as somebody who wants to establish a farm. The technical aspect of it, you're going to leave that with a consultant and a farm technician. All right, the people you're going to be asking within these communities, you're only looking for commitment from them, not skills, not too much of high skills. Okay, I will come to that later. You are looking for people who are going to be committed to your cause. So you go within these communities, engage them. Do you have children? Like, I ask very personal questions, because people who have children and dedicated to their kids, they always want something to do to help their kids go to school. Most of them are going to say, well, my kids are not in school right now, but if I give you a piece of job, would they allow you to send your kids to school? These are some of the questions I ask when I'm recruiting as far as farm. So you go and establish some relationship within the place you have your farm. So you ask those questions, and then you ask yourself, okay, how many people am I going to be needing per acre of land, depending on the crop that you're planting? You need about 7 to 10 individuals. Okay, so per acre we have 2 people in there. So if you have like 5 acres, you need 10, right? 2 times 5 is 10. Okay, so 2 individuals. One can be the planter, one can be the harvester, one can be the water, somebody who waters it, somebody who ensure that it's kept maintained well per acre. That's what I do with our pineapple farm. So we ensure that we have the person who's planting it, we have the person who's maintaining it, and then we have the supervisor, assistant supervisor, and then we have the supervisor. So in this case, if you're looking for farmers, like I said, ask all those questions within that community, then you recruit. You recruit and you sit. Now, you get a farm technician, completely different from those people you recruited. You want this farm technician to train these people, okay? Please, everything requires funds, it requires money. So sacrifice and put this within your budget to get a technician and pay the technician, and have them train the people you're trying to bring. Take it up a notch. You get this training from technician, and all of these people. Make sure you send your farmer to the Department of Agriculture workshop. They always have workshops, and those are free workshops. Send them there, let them go get some training. Sometimes they have monthly workshops and a quarterly workshop for 3 months for them to go and train. Take it a step further. Ask another business, another farm, can I compensate you for my people to come and train here? Easy, easy. Don't be afraid to spend. This is very vital, because theory, learning how to learning something on a piece of paper is different from applying it. So when you send those individuals to the farm of the person that you've already paid, compensated for them to go and train, they're going to be learning practical skills, and not so much of what is in the book. This time is practicality. You want them to have skills they can apply to your farm. So you take it up a notch, and then you send them there for 3 months. My suggestions only. You send them for 3 months to go and train. Your technician now also needs to constantly update his or her knowledge, constantly reading. You can even get some books. What we did for our farm over there, the egg farm, we got some animal husbandry books for our farmer. So they will read, they will study. I take so much time to be like, okay, so what you learned today, we go back and forth about it, then go and apply it. Very important. But these are people, maybe they may not even know how to read and write, but your job as the owner is to arm them with skills for them to perform at your farm. Take it up a notch. Arm the technician with so much tools, so when they're helping your farmers, you already have adequate tools for them. Now, The average price per farmer is 7,000 LRD, Liberian dollar. Take it up a notch and pay them more than 7,000 LRD, okay? By doing this, you are investing in the longevity of your farmers for them to stay on your land, to work on for you. That's the average. But you tell yourself, is this something I can go to Starbucks and buy coffee? Yes. So how you can pay that in labor and more? You can do 7,000 plus. I tend to start with 10,000 RD at first, and then I scale up every 3 months. Probably wondering how I do that. I just try to put it in my budget. That's just what it is, because that's how I keep people working. So now that I've said too much, I digress. Did I answer your question? Oh my god, that answer was just way too long. But that's just the fact. That's just the fact, you know. I don't want to give you watered down answer. That's just the truth of the matter here. That's how I think you can maintain staff. When we were clearing our 50 acres in Ball Mines over there for the pineapple farm, okay, when we were clearing our pineapple farm, the 50 acres of land, the guys were like, okay, 7,000 LRD per day. I told them no, we'll go to $10,000 LRD per day, and rightfully so. Amongst them, we recruited 5 staff members amongst them, and so these people now have work. And then after we're about to harvest, pineapple harvest within a year time. When we are harvesting, we're going to get 10 additional people to make that 15. So when we got these people, we only asked them if they needed jobs, and that to like clear the land, peg the land, and do other things, destorm the land, all these things to get it together. And then we only look for people who were reliable, who were committed, and then our farm technician trained them, okay? And then they attended some workshop. So I'm only letting you know these things because that's what you must do, not just finding staff. Liberia's problem and why people don't have qualified staff is because sometimes we're not willing to do more. If you are willing to do more for people, they're more likely to commit to what you're looking for. If I identify a staff who's a money making machine for me, I'll go above and beyond to make them happy. That's just how I am. I do this here as an administrator. I used to do this. I found a 5-star on staff. I get a compliment all day. Ha, she's smiling. It's good. It's good for morale. It boosts people morale and they want to work for you. And so in this case, if I can find ways to make people stay, I do that for them. Anyway, one part of an incentive I gave one of my staff recently, let me tell you right now. I have known this staff since 2019. This staff has been so good, so good. I'm telling you. Response to client, cost client, deliver when I need things to be delivered on time. I called the client one day and I said, I want you to pick a piece of land, a lot, for you and your family. This staff was so shocked that I had to do that. And his wife said, wow, because of you, we're going to have a piece of land. The truth here is this client is not going to leave my job because you know why? I have offered more incentives than more people are willing to offer. But the thing is, as a visionary, I see more benefits of doing that than not. So close my little eyes, give him the land in his name, his family name, and he'll work. He'll work a long time because he's been effective, he's been good. So sometimes you need to reassess intrinsic motivations. Okay, the thing that motivate people. Some people are motivated by money, by time that you give them, by maybe having a day off. They're motivated by them. You need to find what motivate people. That's how you keep staff. That's why I live in America here, and I am a serial entrepreneur, and I can sleep good at night. Um, Other times when I'm scaling certain businesses, my time that I put in is more than others. But for this one specifically, where I gave him that land, I'm telling you, I'm so hands off on that business. Very hands off. I rarely put time into it because I have settled him and I'm good. So the same is applicable for all businesses you will do. So the sun decided to shine in my face. That all businesses you would do here or in Liberia. I have two businesses here in the US doing, and the same is still applicable. So somebody said something about okay. Okay, so that's okay. So I'll come back to that question. How I okay, all right. I'm building an apartment for rent. So more information on the apartment. Okay, so if you're building an apartment on rent for rent, where are you located? Because as you know, location matters. Location matters. Location is very important. The quality of your space. Don't rush your apartments. I keep telling people this. They rush so much that they forget some of the delicate things that they need to have, like tiling. They don't do the right tile. You can see cracks. They don't even fence the place. They just rush for money, and those kind of businesses do not yield anything long term. So you stay stagnant within a specific price bracket because your place is not up to standard. There's a place that I went to. My friend stayed in a place around Nigeria House in Liberia over there. Decent, decent, and part of the reason is decent. The place is decent is because of the amenities and how they furnish the place, the security and the time they took to build the place. And so even when she paid $150 per day, she doesn't care. She doesn't care. So an apartment rental business in Liberia. You guys know some people want to pay $150 after you build your beautiful apartment. Some people want to pay $150 per month, and obviously you know that's not value. So my advice to people who are into real estate rentals, you need to assess if you want to do long term or short term. I typically like to do short term because I get more money for my buck than to do $150 per day per month or $250 per month. I don't. I just do my little short term, and I decide who I rent my place to. By the way, um, it's much better for me that way. The other thing I would tell you when it comes to renting apartments or a house in Liberia is to really assess the 6 months and the 1 year people charge. Okay. I always want somebody to tell me how this makes sense. If you are a business person, giving somebody your apartment for 6 months and they pay like a fixed $600, for example, you're losing money. Do you know why you're losing money? Because month 1, 2, 3, 4, they don't produce the same thing. You have to ask yourself, what will happen month 2 of me giving this property? Would there be development in this area that will increase my property value that I give this place to this person for 6 months at this price? As the business owner, it does not benefit you because things are changing within the area and you are the one who giving it to someone for 6 months for $600. Rule of thumb in America, yeah, where do you see people rent you a place and they say, oh, you want to pay whole 6 months straight? They lock you into a 1 year deal. Then after that 1 year deal, then they elevate the price. That is a little problematic sometimes. But what I always advise to people is this: start with a 3 months, and after 3 months, you will have to raise your price. Most times, let me tell you something, people don't want to move. Okay, they'll rather tell you, you know what, I'll pay additional $10 per month. You might think that's not money, but it's gonna add up. Okay, it's gonna increase the value of your property. Then for you to just tell someone that I'm gonna pay $500 in 6 months doesn't make sense. So don't do it. That's my little advice I always give to people. You don't benefit that way. I mean, some people argue that yeah, there's benefit. You get your money right away. But yeah, your property is gonna increase. Other people around you gonna keep increasing their rent, and but you already got stuck in a whole 1 year deal, a whole 6 month deal. Now you stuck, and that person is just enjoying your house, and you just stuck. I don't see the benefit to that. So yeah. The other thing is, let's see. Okay. Yes, thank you. Are there a farm technician for livestock? If yes, is there a company you would recommend? Yes, there. Okay. So Brack is a USAID company from the Netherlands. So they have divisions in different countries like Bangladesh, like India, like Liberia, like parts of South Africa. They have branches within those places. BRAC does train Liberians, technicians, to perform all kinds of, farm duties. I was fortunate to have gone to one of the locations and met a fellow named Lincoln. So he does travel to different areas to help with your farm. If you want personally, send me an email and then I'll contact somebody within the agriculture department. Typically, they are supposed to recommend to use a person who is to help you scale your farm, who is to help you get the right staff, who is to help you set things up typically. But many people don't know because they don't read, they don't make inquiries. But you send me an email and I will direct you to somebody who is within the department. They are not to charge you money, okay? Say Emma, say you are not to charge me money. If anything, it will be a transportation to transport them to the place, like in terms of fuel. But nobody should charge you consultation fee. They should go over there, assess your place, help you to scale your business. This is something I've done before. It has been helpful. But if you don't want to go the agriculture department route, contact BRAC. Hey, do you have technicians? They're likely going to tell you, oh no, I don't. Tell us that you do. Yes, you do. I would like to do business with you and get more information from them. 9 out of 10 times they will tell you that they don't have technician, but they do. How you go about it? Oh, okay. I would like to do X, Y, and Z business. I would like someone to come and assist me. And then there's this lady, not Doris. I have a name in my book. Yama. Her name is Yama Brack. Her name is not Yama Brack because of Brack Company. Her name is Yama Brack. That's just her name. She's a technician. She goes to poultry farms. She go to other livestock areas to help train your people. You can book her monthly or you can do bi-weekly. And again, like I said, the consultation fee is not a lot. So you can book her that way. But if you are writing it down, take the information. It's called Brack. Brack was the one that referred us to Yama Brack. I know, very weird. Yama Brack, and then Brack was also the one that recommended us to Lincoln, and then Lincoln gave us his own contact, and then that's the poultry business. For the agriculture business, we got our technician who goes to Ivory Coast, who goes to the Ivory Coast, and so we contacted him based on what we wanted to purchase. And after we purchased what we wanted to purchase for him, we decided to keep his contact and have him work with us to be to provide consultation for us. And so that's what I do. We also now we well technically we have a friend, a partner. He's a friend of mine, but he's Kenyan. This guy knows from God planting peppers to Indo farming. This guy knows everything about farming. I'll tell you for free. My friend Peter, if I need him to fly somewhere, I pay for a flight. I know that's my investment. I'm investing in my business. I pay for his flight. He goes over there. He can train your staff for a good 2-3 weeks. Trust me, they'll know exactly what they need to do. I only have paid Peter once to leave from Kenya to go over there to train because it was needed. He's my friend. There's a discounted rate. He's my professional friend, and so there's a discounted rate, and that happens as well. But you have to invest in your business too. So these are some of the avenues that I have used in terms of farming over there. Yeah, it helps a lot. How did I meet Peter? I met Peter on a professional networking site called LinkedIn. Peter, actually, I reached out to him, and I think I said, look, I like what you're doing over there with vertical farming. I know nothing about hydroponics, but I would like to know more. I will compensate you for the first 1 hour. We're gonna have a conversation. We did have a conversation. We established professional relationship. Everything became history. Anytime I need any information on farming, boom, boom, boom. Anytime he needs some reference on some type of business, boom, boom, boom. So we know we've been good like that. So I also recommended him to one lady who said she wanted to do tomato farming, and both of them have been working together. So that's another thing. But again, let's focus on giving Liberians jobs, okay? Yeah, I use Peter, but long term, I have most of the librarians working with me on in terms of the pineapple. For the poetry, we have a Ghanaian guy and we have librarians that work with us. So get librarians to work, but you have to call like the BRAC. You have to try to ask when you establish in the agriculture department also. When you establish one contact, nurture that contact. Okay, that contact will give you contacts, and then it will just your network will expand on, like you won't even believe how your network have expanded. So contact Brack. I think I said a lot. But anyway, alright. Oh, I need to change so I can go eat. Okay, see. Um, the key to keeping a successful business is to empower your staff, invest in them. Anita, that is so true. You know, part of empowerment. Hi, BAIO Darius, how are you? Part of the reason we go to work, okay, there's a primary motivation and there is a secondary. Most people are intrinsically motivated by money. Others are motivated by what the company can do in terms of career elevation. That's why people will ask, do you want health insurance or do you want a raise? Most young folks will tell you they want the money versus the health. When you ask an older person, do you want health insurance or do you want a raise? The older person is going to say they want health insurance because, as you know, they charge people who are older more money at the hospital than young people because they say young people don't get sick. When young people pay insurance to their job, they're paying it for older generation. They're not paying it for themselves. So we are only compensating the system for older people, the elderly. So that's the reason why they ask those questions. The other thing they ask you as an employer, do you want education benefit? Do you think they really care you're going to work for them in 10 years? They don't. But because that will motivate you to stay with them and work and yaddy yaddy yaddy, so they offer you educational benefits. These things allow people to do what it is that they need to do for you. And if you continue to have training, people always want to advance in their career. So if you offer all of those things, people are likely to work for you and stay with you versus not. The problem we have when it comes to Africa, we don't think those people need the same thing that we get here. Yeah, maybe health insurance may not be applicable at times because the system is not set up that way, but you have to kind of like tweak the system yourself. So I have three major benefits in all of my companies in Liberia, Rwanda, and Ghana. The thing is, I always ask my staff, do you want me to pay your kids' school fees? Trust me, that's my form of insurance. Do you want me to pay your kids' school fees? Do you want a raise? Or do you want to go to the hospital? My security is the only one that wants health insurance. He wants me to pay into his monthly amount so he can go to the hospital to do checkups. That's my security. My security is a little bit older at my entertainment center. Okay, I'm not gonna give you too much details so you don't go try to steal from me over there. But in other areas, I ask my staff what they want. Oftentimes, they're motivated by an increase in salary. So that I have assessed. The other thing is, some people say they want me to pay their kids' tuition. So we determine if I pay your kids' tuition 1 semester, 2 semesters, that's the motivation. Oftentimes, if you're providing these things for people, do you think they're going to leave your company? Ask yourself. Do you really think they're going to leave your company? I have people that work at previous jobs, and they left this job because their pay was always the same and nothing more was being added to them. But they stay here because they say, you know what, my kid is going to school, my salary is very fixed, and I tend to do performance review. I kind of do the same thing I do in the US here. I do it in Liberia too, but I do it differently in terms of performance review. The performance review only have two criteria versus here where sometimes I have 14 criteria for my staff. Over there, I have criteria. Like if you're reliable, if you're committed to the job, that's one of the things. And two, how efficient have you been? If I have provided training. But if you're not efficient because I have not provided training, obviously I don't fault you too much. And then we kind of go back to the drawing board. So if you cannot meet any of those two criteria, no need to keep you there. However, if I see someone is 100% committed to my work, but they're not very efficient, I ask myself what I have done wrong, what I'm doing wrong, how I can help to help them stay efficient. Because I would rather have someone who's more committed than somebody who's not, but they know what they're doing. No, if I have you committed and you just need a little bit of a follow up, I'm more likely to invest in you to help you elevate my business and yourself. So people are highly um, people are highly interested in what they can also benefit from you. So as an employer there, you have to think about these things. Just try to be a little strategic in what it is that you do. So yeah, damn, I realized I talk too much. I just realized that I actually do talk too much. Oh my goodness. Anyway, so yeah, happy Friday, guys. I'm gonna be changing soon to head out for dinner. But yeah, so anyway, I hope I've answered your questions. I think you guys are actually asking some good questions. Hello. Darius, are you still going back to Liberia in May, or you changed your trip to December? Um, so yes, the sector over there in terms of having the right employees still does pose some challenges, but there are ways to work around it. Part of my recent goal is to always after a week I pay some of my staff weekly and I pay them bi-weekly. So the ones that get weekly pay, I do the performance review on Friday morning. So they are even day one for the one the guy I referenced earlier. Performance review. But before I go to the performance review, I talk about all the great things that this staff have done. We talk about it. And then I don't say, oh, but you did this wrong. And I say, but then there's this area we need to improve a little bit. What do you think? And I leave it up to them. And they say, oh, no, I don't think we need to improve it. And I can, the conversation try to shift a little bit to, well, this is why it's impacting us this way. How about we try this? So what do you think? And I just put it back on them. And then he said, I think that makes sense. Now, I have not only asked you by giving you the autonomy to think for yourself, right? And so he knows he's thinking for himself and he's adding value to himself. Because I asked, it's left for you now to tell me how you see it. And you're thinking, I'm not thinking for you. I don't like to think for people. And so he gets it. And so every time is a compliment. I know he laughs. Many of you actually have interacted with this staff. If you bought land from me online, you've interacted with this guy. He will lie and say, oh, but you're funny. Yeah, I'm funny because you're making a decision by yourself. I like you making decisions. But it's very important. People are actually very motivated by autonomy. The ability to just do something on your own without somebody just owning over your head. Oh my God, do the micromanagement. It's actually very empowering to a lot of people. So to also try that route, but be very careful. This is not something you just want to do with a new staff. It's not. You don't want to mess up your business by telling your new staff to make decision for you. No. Typically, new staff does require some form of macromanagement. until you can fade yourself out. And it specifically, this is applicable everywhere. Everywhere is applicable. I don't like micromanaging, but if it calls for it, I have to do it, and I kind of have to fade myself out and then allow them the autonomy to do that. But don't do it with new employees. Um, anyway, I think I have answered a lot of you guys' questions. Howard, did you have any other questions? Did I answer your question or anything you need? Just email me and I will share the contact, the person's contact, and then they can rightfully direct you in terms of the agriculture department. Um, anything else you guys want to ask? Anything you guys want to have questions? You guys have questions about? Um, I can definitely answer them. My dinner isn't ready yet. So I'm just gonna be here. I'm ready for my exam. Actually, I read 2 books. I read a book in a week time. I just recently ordered last week, Thursday. I just finished it yesterday. I'm so excited for this exam to be over so I can go back home. It's always good to have a backup plan. If, as an entrepreneur, you tend to have some level of uncertainty with you per day, like this, oh my god, this is gonna work, this is gonna work, this is gonna work. And you have other responsibilities to look after. So I see that it's very helpful to have some type of backup plan. And so I get my license, I come back and get practice as an administrator in the hospital. Anyway, we move. Yeah, I'm glad I was able to answer your questions. And of course, if you have any other questions to ask, you can always shoot me an email. You know, I respond to you guys relatively quickly. And there we have it. We move. I laugh at my own thing. We move, but people like it though. I have a client who called me. She called me yesterday. She's like, oh, I want to buy 2 acres of land. She's like, oh, we move. I was like, oh, okay. I'm glad we're moving somewhere. But we would just like that stuff. Anyway, any other questions, guys? If you don't have any questions forever, hold your peace. Because I'm about to change into my outfit and bounce. Alright, guys. I guess you guys will take care of yourselves to this Friday. Stay out of trouble. Oh, thank you so much for that. Watching my channel, liking my videos, commenting and sharing, and you know, hopefully that my videos will continue to make an impact. Even if it's one thing that you learn, it's okay too. If you have questions, you can always reach out to me. I try to respond to you guys in a timely fashion, and so that questions are answered. And for those who I don't know the answers to the questions you ask, I always reach out to those who I believe know them, and I always respond to you guys. So thank you always for watching my channel, bringing you all great things. So I'm gonna do a lifestyle channel because I think this channel needs to be a little bit just focused on development, business. Construction is still part of the business. Real estates, farming, those kind of things. And then my lifestyle, my workouts that I do that everybody wants to see all the time. My travel when I go to nice places and I eat some plenty of food, because you guys know I love to eat. Those kind of things can be on the second channel, but I'm just trying to figure some things out about that stuff. Content creation takes a lot out of you. Let me just tell you right now, it takes a lot. And because I try to, the content I'm making, I'm trying to make sure that it's not just clicks for people to click it, but it's something that people can be an added value to people. So I have to be very careful in terms of what I'm saying out there, and I'm getting my information accordingly based on experience and based on also people who are in the field. So when I deliver them, is because I have actually um, searched about it. I've actually experienced it. I've actually interviewed and talked to people about it before I come in and actually talk to you guys. So that is important. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Happy Friday. You haven't talked to any of your family members, your friends. Tell them how much you care for them. Life is relatively short, you know, a lot is happening these days, and you can talk to someone today and you would never see them. Oh, I was so sad, that football player who passed away. I was so sad. I'm still so sad. But you know, like I said, life is short. The guy was in a pool, and then the next day you see him, he's dead. It's like, oh my goodness. So, you know, reach out to the people, okay? Tell them how much you care for them, and voila. Bye bye, guys. Take care. I have a good video coming out too. Bye bye. Take care. Guys, take care.